We escaped a major disaster, General. But a lot of good people died.
Chief Raiken and his agents are a terrible loss. What happened to Galen? Well, at least he's alive. Just heard from Special Agent Tander. His team eradicated all trace of what happened at that Sith base. But I told you to bury the Power Guard project. Why did you have him save the data files?
Maybe I just don't want you sweeping all this under the rug.
Sometimes, honesty creates more problems than it solves. The Republic's position on Nar Shaddaa is precarious at best. Better for everyone if this operation remains classified. I'm sealing all records of what happened here. You, me, and the SIS are the only ones who know the full story.
If anyone else confronts me about this, I won't lie for you.
I'm not asking you to lie. Just use some discretion. I know you're probably exhausted, but the enemy hasn't given up. Neither can we. A major tactical advantage has just opened up, but you have to act quickly. One of Darth Angrel's closest advisors, Admiral Hacklin, asked us for asylum. He wants to defect.
Hacklin was with Angrel when he interrogated me on Ord Mantell. They seemed chummy. What changed?
I'm not sure, but the Admiral is on the run. There are unconfirmed reports Hacklin's earned a death mark.
One of Darth Angrel's top men turned traitor? It's too convenient.
Exactly. This is obviously a trap.
Hacklin wouldn't be the first high-ranking Imperial to switch sides. Until we know otherwise, we have to believe this is real. Kira obviously made an impression on the Admiral at Ord Mantell. He says he'll only surrender to her.
I have a bad feeling about this.
There's no time to negotiate. Admiral Hacklin's expecting you to, and no one else. I told him to wait for you at an old asteroid mining facility. I'm uploading the coordinates now.
What can you tell me about this place?
The mining facility is abandoned and well off standard hyperspace routes. It's the safest place we could find for the Admiral. Be careful out there.
Okay then, so just in case you haven't picked it up from the opening cutscene, in the previous video, ladies and gentlemen, we managed to complete the entirety or what was left to do on Nar Shaddaa, and now we're going to go pick up a defecting high-ranking Imperial officer, which doesn't sound suspicious at all if you put two and two together, but let's go and see what is what, and as in the famous Star Wars saying, spring the trap. Anyway, welcome back everybody to another episode of my Let's Play series for Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm ShadowStar91 here. And just in case anybody has missed any other of my Let's Play videos for Star Wars The Old Republic, or any other of my Star Wars Old Republic related content, I will leave the playlist links for you in the video description down below, so make sure you check those out when you get the chance. So here we are at the abandoned mining facility. Let's go and see if we can find this Admiral that wants to join the Republic. Yep, we've been duped.
I am Valis. Your quick response is most appreciated. Please forgive the deception. Admiral Hacklin remains Darth Angrel's faithful servant. His name simply made this meeting convenient.
Even my character knew. And Kira knew. This was a setup.
Really? Is that any way to treat your family?
Family?
Family? Kira, you know this man?
Don't listen to him. He's trying to confuse you. Us.
Short story now. Give me full details back on the ship.
Who you think?
On the ship, Kira.
She's no Jedi. She's a child of the Emperor. Like me. And it's time
I thought I only had to deal with the children of the Emperor with the Jedi Consular. Ugh. Let's get the details of who exactly they are.
I've never heard of any Emperor's children. Who are you people?
The chosen ones. Selected at birth to serve our father's great glory. A distinction we should wear with pride.
Yeah, so basically, if you were to choose the Jedi Consular character class, you will be dealing with the... I'm not sure how many children of the Emperor there are, but high-ranking bunch, or the ones who have hidden themselves well within the Republic.
The Emperor has no power here. I did.
But, yep, like my
Your
character just said,
self-delusions are irrelevant. There's no escaping your destiny, Kira.
Kira's not going anywhere.
Thanks to your little brush with Darth Angral, the Emperor knows you're alive and where to find you. No matter where you
Oh,
go,
great.
Father
Sorry,
sees
just
you.
trying to readjust my hat.
He sees you right now. And he wants you back.
I'd rather die than see him again.
Yeah, so when my character traveled to Ord Mantell, when he was returning to
So
his
be
ship,
it,
he
sister.
found that Kira had been captured by a bunch of Imperial officers and a couple of Inquisitors. Only to find out that Darth Angral actually came all the way from across the galaxy for an interrogation. And because of that, we've now officially found out that Kira has a dark past, but let's go and hear the longer version of the story from Kira herself back on the ship. Because I think I've previously reiterated this in a couple of my previous videos. I'm trying to go for an anti-hero character, one who doesn't instantly jump to conclusions. He always tries to get the bigger picture of the story. He doesn't always go like pure light, pure dark. He always tries to do his own thing. But the one thing I really do wish they bring back is the light and dark options, because that definitely made my my choices of that a little bit easier. But here we go, back on the ship. Let's get the full details from
A
Kira.
long time ago. My parents were Sith.
Why am I
but
getting that
the
dialogue?
Emperor isn't my father. Child of the Emperor is just a title.
And if anybody wants to know why,
was
I will
taken
leave
from my
a
parents when
card
I was
in
a
the top
baby.
right-hand corner,
Raised
so you
in
can
the
check
Sith
out
Academy
what
with
exactly
others
what I
like
mean
Valis.
about
It was brutal.
I can only imagine the pain
what I
you
mean
must
about
have endured.
Pain
alternate
became
dialogue
normal.
with
There
Kira
were worse things.
when you're in this
Every
situation.
so often, the other children were taken to see our father. They came back different. Nobody ever remembered meeting the Emperor.
Very powerful
One
Sith
day,
sleeper
I realized
agents.
I couldn't remember anything from the past week. They were doing the same thing to me.
I'm starting to understand. You escaped the Sith, didn't you?
Nobody treats me like a droid and gets away with it. I was still a child then. Small enough to stow away on a supply ship leaving Imperial space. Lived in lots of bad places until I met Master Coix. She brought me to the Jedi.
Maybe
Changed
we'll
my
find out
life.
how exactly Kira and Master
tell
Quix
Master
actually
Quix
came
about
across
your
each
past?
other later on
No?
down the line.
How would I even begin? By the way, I was born a Sith. Is that a problem? I always knew sooner or later I'd have to come clean. Just hoped I could prove myself as a Jedi first. Now the Emperor knows where I am. The Sith will never stop hunting me.
They'll take you over my dead body.
I'm surprised you still talk to me after all this.
Why am I
I'm
getting
ready
this
to tell the
dialogue?
truth.
It should have
Master
been the
Coix,
alternate one.
The Jedi Council, everyone.
But anyway,
No more
like I
secrets.
mentioned when at the
We
start of
should
this
probably
conversation,
let the
I will
General
leave a
know he's
card
not
in the
getting
top
his Admiral.
right-hand corner of the screen, showcasing the alternate dialogue you get with Kira when you're in that
I was
situation.
never here, General. This was a
Yeah,
trap.
you send it into a trap, you
Blast.
dickhead.
I'm sorry for putting you in harm's way on a lie. It won't happen again. I'm afraid there's more bad news. Your Jedi Masters both missed their last 2 comm checks.
That isn't like Master Coix.
Oh great, they got themselves
What
into
planet
trouble.
Did you send her to?
Tatooine. Master Orgus went to Alderaan. I need you to find out what's happened to them and our weapon labs.
Understood.
So we got the choices
But
of
first, I
the
need to
desert,
consult with
the
the Jedi
desert,
Council on an
or the
important
desert
matter.
planet Tatooine,
More
or
important
the
than saving
planet of
galaxy
the
from Darth
snobby
Angral? I'd like to know what
nobles.
that is.
But before we get to that, we're gonna
don't owe
go
you any
talk with the Jedi
explanations.
Council just to
Whatever
clear
your
the air
problem
about
is,
Kira's
solve it
past.
fast. Our
But
enemy
you
can
ain't
strike
getting
at
jack
any
shit
time.
details,
May
mister.
the Force be with us all. Barsuthra out.
Let's get this over with. Master Coix and Orgus need our help. I'll be meditating in my quarters. Let me know when we're at Tython.
Alright then, here we go, back to Tython. Just to clear the air with the Jedi Council so there are no secrets. Alright then, time to head to the exit port, and then onward down to the surface of Tython. Back to where the training all began. And of course, if anybody is new to my channel, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby welcome you. And if you do like what you see, please do myself a favor. Please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, along with the bell, so you can receive notifications for when new content has been released on my channel. And whoever does consider hitting the subscribe button for my channel, you truly are a legendary individual, and it always helps my channel expand little by little. And if you are a returning subscriber, I hereby welcome you back, and I look forward to hearing what you think of the current video. Alright then, time to take the shuttle down to Tython. Almost at the Jedi Council chambers. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the single heroic mission. I'm just here to complete the main story mission and then head on off this planet. Alright then, time to bring the Jedi Council up to speed about Kira's past.
Mr. Teal, my mission has become more complicated. Masters Orgus and Kawix have disappeared. I'm headed for Tatooine and Alderaan to find them. But first, my Padawan has something important to tell you. Kira?
I was born on Droman Cause. My parents were Sith. Ooh, much easier the second time. There's more, obviously.
I should hope so. Give me time to assemble the council. Most of us are still off-world.
Let's see how the rest of the council will take the news.
And then my master convinced me to come here and tell you. That's pretty much everything.
We've heard rumors about these children of the Emperor before, but this finally confirms their existence.
Troubling that we never sensed the truth about Kira when Master Kawix brought her to us.
That makes her especially dangerous. She can't be allowed to remain free.
Kira's master should have a voice in this. What do you recommend?
The situation doesn't require a reaction. I just thought you should know the truth.
And now that we know, we can't ignore the threat she represents to our entire order. To allow her to remain a Padawan, become a Jedi Knight? It's inconceivable.
Is it? Did we not first learn of the children of the Emperor from a Sith turned to the light?
Master Braga speaks the truth. No one is beyond redemption.
It was natural for you to fear our reaction, considering your upbringing. What's important now is that you leave your past behind and devote yourself to the Jedi. Can you do that?
I've been trying to ever since Master Kawix found me.
Kira's a good Padawan. I trust her with my life.
There you have it. I need no further proof of Kira's loyalty.
Agreed. And I believe the best course of action is to leave Kira where she is.
This is a mistake. If Master Kawix were here, she'd tell you the same.
Until she returns, this council's ruling stands. Kira is safest in your care.
I appreciate you giving her another chance.
I promise I'll make you all proud. Even you, Master Caden.
You did well bringing this to us, but you should return to your mission. May the Force be with you on Tatooine and Alderaan.
Well, aside from Master Caden being his usual stuck-up self, that actually went over pretty well, better than I thought. Alright then, let's go and see what Kira has to say about what happened in the council chambers.
I never felt this close to Master Kawix. Your support was special.
Anytime.
You're more than welcome.
I'm just glad we're staying a team.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Ready to go whenever you are, Master.
Anyway, before I head on off to either Alderaan or Tatooine, I'm just going to go quickly catch up with both T7 and then begin a conversation with, or catch-up conversation with Kira. And then, little buddy,
Chappell was that Rodian slaver you
tell me
told
what you've
about.
learned.
The one who changed his ways and started working for Master Zalo.
Well, give me the
If
details,
Chappell was
please,
still alive,
T7.
I'm sure he would have tried to contact you.
The only thing I don't like about the conversations with T7 is that after he finishes, his bit talking, there's always like a long gap in between before my options for the
Did
dialogue
Shafu
appear.
discover anything to confirm Master Zalo's suspicions?
That's definitely suspicious. Don't stress
Report
yourself
could be
out too
crucial
much,
to the Republic war effort.
or
Let me know as soon as you
overload
piece
your
it back
circus,
together.
T7. Take your time and do it properly. Anyway, with catch up with T7 done, let's go talk to Kira.
Ever wonder
Let's see
who you'd
what
be
else
if
we
the
can
Jedi
learn
hadn't
about her.
taken you in?
Some days, I don't feel like a Jedi at all.
Been there, still going. Every day. I should be dead or worse 1,000 times over. The first months after I escaped Korriban? Exciting. Not easy staying alive when you're a 10-year-old Sith fugitive. No friends, no food, no home.
Leaving Korriban sounds hard enough. How'd you manage that?
Helps if you're small. A head for Imperial transport schedules doesn't hurt. One day, a big freighter dropped off slaves and left with a stowaway. Jumped ship on Nar Shaddaa. Spent 8 years sleeping in alleys. Good times. Finally got caught stealing a starship hyperdrive. Should have seen Master Kowick's face.
I wondered how you two found each other. Stealing from a Jedi. That took some fortitude.
Didn't know she was a Jedi. Lots of people wear robes. Still remember when Master Kowick's realized I was Force-sensitive and asked me to be her Padawan. It was... weird. Nobody ever gave me a choice before. Still getting used to that.
You should be comfortable with it by now. When did Master Kowick's recruit you?
Couple of years ago. What can I say? Old habits. Point is, I know what I'd be if I weren't a Jedi. And I'm never going back. You're not like most Jedi. That's a compliment. No offense to the Council, but if I stood around moralizing all day, I'd need a padded zero-G cell.
That's why you and I get along. We're not afraid of diving into trouble.
Trouble's only a problem if you can't handle it. Jedi need to get out more. Using the Force, it's fun. Mind and body supercharged. Everything's more intense.
What about something that's already intense? Kiss, for instance.
Some experiences are downright explosive, if you do them right. Should probably get moving. Galaxy in peril and all that. That whole Jedi aren't allowed to feel emotions rule, I don't get it. Sure, anger's bad. Why cross off everything else? Anyone tell the troops they can't enjoy shore leave? Would we have a government if senators couldn't throw wild parties?
They almost treat us like children.
Pretty far past almost, don't you think? We're expected to throw ourselves into the fire? Fine, let us off the leash. No reason we can't live it up a little before we die.
You could start any time. Or do you like talking more than doing?
You asked for it. See? I'm all about the doing. To be continued, tough guy.
And on that very touching moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be bringing this episode of Star Wars The Old Republic to a close. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do myself a favor. Please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, along with the bell, so you can receive notifications when new content has been released onto my channel. So until next time, everybody, where I either travel to either Tatooine or Alderaan, I've been ShadowStar91. Stay safe out there, take care, and I'll catch you all in the next video of Star Wars The Old Republic. Bye-bye.